So one of the things I've always loved about using Koala on my phone is that I can just record anything that I hear really quickly and easily and then build a beat from that. So I thought I'll set myself a challenge. If I can record only sounds from one room of the house, can I make a beat with that? So I've started in the kitchen. I only record things that I find in the kitchen on my phone and then make a complete beat with that. Let's find out. So there's nothing particularly unusual about this kitchen. It's got a fridge, it's got a cooker, it's got taps, etc. But it's kind of a nice challenge to have because I'm assuming that the stuff I've got in here, pretty much the same sort of things that everyone else has got. And I guess making music with the everyday object is what this challenge is all about. So I've set myself another fun challenge here. The microphone that I'm using, this thing is a complete piece of crap. I wish I'd never started with it. I didn't realize how bad it was until I started, and it was kind of too late by then. I've had to clean up the audio on that little bit there massively. So there's not going to be a lot of me talking to camera from the kitchen because it's just kind of unusable. And a lot of the sounds I record as well are just like crunchy and kind of naff. Look, that's the way it is. That's what I've got. That's what I'm going to work with. Let's keep going. Back to the kitchen. So the first thing I'm going to have to do is to try and find some percussion sounds. I'm going to try and split them into high-pitched percussion sounds like shakers and hi-hats and that sort of thing, and then some lower sounds like kick drums. So actually I had a pretty good time recording kind of high-pitched percussion noises. I used a tap being turned on and off. I used a washing up brush. I used a cleaning spray. I tried using like clicking of tongs. I tried using some kitchen scissors. You couldn't really hear it enough. As I say, the microphone was crap, but I got enough stuff. The lower pitched percussion noises were a bit more difficult. One thing I tried a few times was kind of putting the microphone inside the fridge or the freezer and then slamming the door. I did it for the microwave as well. I think I even did it for the washing machine. And sometimes it was usable, but it wasn't really like the kick drum noise that I was hoping for. The best thing I got really was when I slammed the freezer door and then slowed that right down, and that made some pretty weird noises. But then the real difficult thing was trying to get melodic noises. So I had this grand idea before I started this really of using wine glasses. You know, you've seen that thing where people ring the top of a wine glass and it puts out this beautiful pure tone. I thought I'd get one of those. It'll make a lovely like pad noise. I'll have like a chorus of those going in Koala. It's going to sound incredible. Yeah, I don't know how to do that. I tried loads of times. I was running my finger around it for like hours at a time. I wore straight through to the bone on my finger. Just nothing, not a peep. Eventually, I hit a glass that had some water in. That sounded pretty decent. I got like a ding noise from the microwave. But the thing that really saved me, so I live in Asia, so everybody's got a rice cooker, and like most Asian sort of kitchen equipment, it makes a delightful little tune when you turn it on. I used that loads and loads in the final version. I took individual notes from it. I used the original thing. I slowed it right down. Yeah, absolute lifesaver, because ringing a glass is a lot harder than you think. So all of the sounds that I recorded are in a file that I'm going to share. Check the description. If you like this sort of thing, please subscribe, because I do loads more of this sort of thing all the time. And I really like getting comments, so please leave a comment, even if it's just to say, like, buy a new microphone, you massive cheapskate. Yeah. I think I originally wanted to make something that was quite ambient and quite chilled out, but because I was mostly using that rice cooker little jingle for melody, it actually turned out quite creepy. Almost everything is either slowed down or pitched down, reverb added, tape delay added. Very few things are actually left as they were in the first place. But that's what you'd expect, really. I recorded these sounds. They kind of just sound like moving ice around on a tray or a tap starting and stopping until you start messing with them. But what's really nice is that, well, for one thing, I know I'm not going to get copyright strike on this video, but also that no one else has got these sounds. I think that's pretty cool. Have a little listen, see what you think. Please leave a comment. I'll be your best friend forever. Bye for now.